Welcome to Luxon Photography. My name is Janus Dirksen, and today we will take some images just here indoors in our home. And the company NEEWER sent me this ring light and to test it. And so this is the video, and I thought let me film also the shooting process so you really see where I take the images and how. So you need a cable here, so you need external energy. So this is not to use outside, so we just use it indoors. And we will take a look at what we can get with it. We start just here in the hallway, so to say, and we just use this wall. Now when you take pictures, there are several elements and things that can make the image work. For example, when you go outside and have a model, and the lens can be what makes the image special. So if you shoot with a 135mm f2.0 lens, that lens will make the image. Here inside, it doesn't matter which lens I use. This time, the light makes the image. So the light is the key factor in all the images that we're going to take, and it doesn't matter which lens we use. I have two cameras here, two Canon 6Ds, version 2 with the 20mm super wide and the 50mm standard lens. And we just start off right here taking some shots. I have some accessories, some hats, some sunglasses that we can use. And I also have some gift wrap. So I try to get different backgrounds. So I put some gift wrap here on the wall or somewhere. And then we stand in front of the wall just to have some different colors in the background. And what's really nice about this ring light is actually first the size. So I have usually these soft boxes. This is not a flash, this is video light. Let's put this off. So this is video light, and I have 5 of them, and usually I have 3 of them always ready to use. So it takes up a lot of space. And when I look at this ring light, when you just look at it from the side, it's really thin, and you can really put it or keep it wherever you like, under the bed, because everything fits in here. And what's also nice is that we got some accessories like this thing that we put up here, and then we can put our smartphone on here. So we have the smartphone or our camera in the center of this, and then we can film ourselves, we can take pictures, and we will try it. I have the Galaxy Note 10 Plus here. We can take easily pictures with the pen when we push the button on the pen, and we will do this as well. So let's start taking pictures just where we are right now. Hiermit habe ich jetzt mehr von dir drauf. Mhm. Ja, schon so. Lehn dich noch ein bisschen nach vorne. Ja. Und schau hier jetzt. Das ist noch ein bisschen höher. Und das einmal hier. Und lehn dich einmal an die Wand. Ja, so ist das schön. Schau so zu dem Bild. Und hierher. Okay, wir können auch noch mal hier. Jetzt haben wir So now I changed the camera. I just put my smartphone in here. So with the newer ring light, what we get is a tripod or a lamp stand, so we can put this somewhere. We also get the possibility to put the phone into this ring, so this comes all with the package. And there's also a remote control, so when you put your smartphone in here and you want to take pictures, you have a remote control that you can connect to your phone with an app and then take pictures like we do now. I don't use the remote control now because my phone has a pen. It's a Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and with the pen I click the button and the camera takes a picture. But if you do not have a phone like this, there is a remote control that you can use and connect with your phone, so you can do the same what we do now. So we're still at the same place and we just take some pictures of us now. We just look into the phone. And I just push the button, and now it doesn't matter which camera you use, because in this case the light is making the image, not the camera. I can have an expensive camera or a cheap camera, the light makes the image. And let's just take a look at the images that we just took. So we took now some images in color, and just before that I took some images in black and white. So let's just take a look at how it looks like. So I make just a little bit darker, just like this. And so I think you can get some really nice images this way of yourself, or of yourself with your partner, and you see the ring light in the eyes. And in this case, the light makes the image. It's not the camera, it's not the lens, it's not the background. The background is irrelevant in this case. It depends what you want the image to be created with. And in this case, the light makes the image. So it doesn't really matter which background we have. And it doesn't matter which camera or lens we use. This is now the phone, and this is now an expensive phone, but I could use any phone. And I would get actually very similar results with it because of the light. When the light is great, it doesn't matter which camera you use. Here's the pen. When I click on it, the camera takes a picture. And this is what it looks like. Just here in the hallway, so to say, at home. It doesn't need to be... I always believe in simple and easy, so we just try it there where we are. So now we're taking some pictures in our bathroom. Anna is standing actually in the shower, and you see how dark I am because there's no light actually on here, and everything is lit just by the ring light. And it's a really nice way. When you have external light, you can create pictures everywhere. And let's just prove this. So I have now the 35mm Sigma art lens, and it doesn't matter where I have the camera, as long as Anna is lit by the light. I can stand anywhere. I'm shooting at f1.4. Just get the focus right, and we can just take a look at the shots. Let's just take a look at the shots we just took. So this is how it looks like. Let's focus on the camera now, make it a little bit darker, like this. And we got some really nice shots here. Anna is sharp, very well lit. You don't see the darkness of the room here. You look at my hands now, how dark they are. You could not take pictures like this if you not have light here. So light is the key right now when shooting indoors. You need light, and you can use a window light, but with an external light source like we now have with the ring light, you can create your own light source wherever you like. And we're now in the bathroom, and I thought let's try to take pictures on places that you usually would not go. And this is what you can get out of it if you are open to try creatively to approach photography. And I'm really happy with the results that we got with the ring light. It's my first time that I'm trying the ring light, and I think we got some really nice shots here. It's a great way to photograph indoors, not just at home, but also in a hotel room, for example, when the bride's getting ready, or on the location in the evening for wedding day. And so let's see what else we can do with it. So we are now in the bedroom, and we will just take some pictures here in front of the window. The light comes from the outside in, and we put some light onto Anna. We will have a very bright background, so it's all white. And I'm also with the 50mm 1.2 at f1.2. And let's just take a look. I use the face detection autofocus on the 60 Mark II, so I easily get her face in focus, even shooting at f1.2. Yeah, sehr schön. So let's take a look at the images that we just took. Let's just wait and see. The camera takes some time to save the images. I will make it a little bit darker so you can see better. And these are now the images that we took here in the bedroom. And again, I think the light makes a really nice, it's really nice for faces. So everything is actually lit. The hair is lit, the face is lit. And sometimes with external lights, especially if it's not a flash but some continuous light, you don't get everything in light. Sometimes you just get the face in light, but the upper body is in darkness. And I think it's a really nice light fall off here. Everything looks smooth, and it's so super easy to get these images. I mean, without a flash, it would be, this is not a flash, without the light, it would be much more difficult to get images like this. And we get this now super easy, super quick. I mean, it's super easy to build up, to just walk around with. It's much more nicer than the softboxes that I've had for many years, but the softboxes take a lot of space, and it consists of many parts. So sometimes you lose a part, or sometimes it falls apart when you travel. And so this ring light really is a really great alternative to the older versions like softboxes. And this is what you can get with it super easily. I shot all these images at f1.2, so it's a very shallow depth of field. Autofocus is taken care of by the camera. I don't have to do anything. It's face detection on the 60 Mark II, and this is what it looks like straight from the camera. So I'm taking now some more images just of me. I have here a Canon 60 Mark II on the tripod with the remote control on it here. So I have another remote control in my hand. When I push the button, camera takes a picture. It has face detection on, shooting ISO 250, 250s of a second, and at f2.0. I have the camera in monochrome picture style, so the images are in black and white, and we will take a look at the images just in a moment. I also have a hat here. I will use it too. And I have an analog camera here. I will also use it as an accessory. Now these images work because of the light. The light makes the image. So let's take a look at the shots. It's super quick. We are in the video now for 1 minute 15 seconds. And it doesn't really need much time to take images. When you have the one thing that matters, and in this case shooting indoors, it's light that matters. You need the light. Okay, so let's take a look at the shots we just took. Now you see the background is all dark and you only see my face, and it's lit with the ring light. And I think we got some really nice shots here. It's a really nice black and white style with my black shirt it seems like you don't see much of my body. You just see my face and the silver camera. And I think it's a really nice way to take pictures. Having an external light source, it can be a flash, but with a flash, you know, you never really see what you get until you push the trigger, and it's a lot of trial and error sometimes if you're not used to it or you don't know how to do it. And with a continuous light, like an LED light and the ring light, you really see in camera exactly before you take the shot how it looks like. And it's very easy to set everything up because it's all what you see is what you get. And that's it.
Ja, ist schon so.
Geh noch ein bisschen mehr in die Mitte vom Vorhang. Ja.
Schön.
Sehe ich mich nicht von der, es ist nur...
Das ist weit weg, ne?
Ja. Finde ich geht das sehr schön.
Stimmt so. Geh noch mal einen Schritt weiter weg. Geh noch mal einen Tick näher an den... Ja, genau so. Das mache ich so. Ja, schön. Ich mache auch einmal eben hier. Bum, 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 bum. So one question was, can I use this light outside? And we just went onto the balcony in front of the house and just took some images on the balcony. I didn't film it, but I got the images here in my camera. So let's take a look at them together. So the thing is, the light is always the strongest light source ever. And so it's very difficult for any light, especially a continuous light, to overpower the sun. That doesn't really work. You see, here's the ring light, Anna is here. She's mostly lit by the sun, which is not, it's not direct sunlight, it's cloudy. But the light actually comes from the sun. It's not really the ring light. I tried to bring the ring light really closer to what you see right here, but it didn't really work that well. So I mean, these images look really nice, but it's mostly, the ring light does not have any effect on it actually. So the ring light is mostly for indoors, but it's really very usable indoors. When you are shooting indoors and you have control over the scene, like the bride's getting ready, for example, on a wedding day, or on the location in the evening when everybody's eating, you can bring this with you, put this somewhere up, and it's like a photo booth. You take images that would look like this with any background. It doesn't really matter. Take a curtain like here, and you get some really nice looking images. Very easily, just one light, one setup, one tripod, one light, and super easy to set up. You just need some energy, but when you're indoors, there's always somewhere to get some energy. And yeah, I've had a great time now. We spent maybe 1 or 2 hours now shooting, and I'm really happy with the images that I see just straight from the camera. Really nice light, beautiful to photograph people, faces, and I'm looking forward to test this as a video light to film myself and see how that works. So again, we're just in the hallway. You see, here's the hallway, here's my white background, and this is the white wall, and on the other side of the wall we have the ring light, and we have the camera on the tripod. Here's the camera, and here you see actually in real time. I have the remote control here. I want to push the button. We're at f1.4 at 35 millimeters. 1, 2, 3. And we got the light here, the ring light. There's no other light needed. It's just this light. And you get really nice looks. Really nice results anywhere. So let's just take a look at the pictures that I just took here just a second ago. So here I have some more images that I just took with the curtain in the bedroom. And we go through these images now here in the camera. So you see how the images look like straight from the camera. Let's see if the focus is right. And I think it's a really nice way to get images straight in camera, indoors, without actually much stuff, just that ring light. And you get a really nice look. And this could be taken anywhere. You know, the background is pretty dark. You don't see much of the background. So you can take pictures like this everywhere. And you can play with the background. Here I used the white background and just played with that. And I think they also turned out some nice images. I'm shooting here with the Sigma 35mm 1.4 art lens at f1.4. But there's no problem shooting wide open with the face detection of the Canon 60 Mark II. Should be all in focus, even with sunglasses, should be no problem. And I just played with it a little bit, just to get some images of me here with the remote control. Push the button, camera takes a picture, very easy. Yeah, that's it. So we've seen how we can take pictures with the ring light indoors, taking pictures. Now let's take a look at how it looks like in video. You see me now very dark because there's no light in the room other than the window behind me. Let's put on the ring light and voila, here we are, beautifully lit. Let's do it again. Let's turn off the light. You see me pretty dark. You see a little bit of white here on my arms, but my face is pretty dark. Let's turn on the light again and here we are. So we've seen how we can take pictures using the ring light indoors, and I thought, well, you know, photography is one side of using a light, videography is another part of using light. So here we are filming myself now using the ring light. You see how it looks like without any light, pretty bad, and you see how it looks like with the ring light, I think pretty acceptable. And I just wanted to film myself to show you how you can also use the ring light using video. And I now want to talk a little bit about the light, the pros, the cons, and maybe the competition that's out there. So first of all, the ring light has a cable, which actually limits the use of it to doing it indoors. Now you can combine a couple of cables, so you can use it kind of outdoors when you have the final cable put indoors, but you don't want to use electricity when it's raining, when it's wet. It's not a great idea to take this outside really. That's not what this is made for. This has the cable, this needs energy. So this is indoors only use, and it's totally fine because we can do a lot with it. We've seen how we can take pictures here at the window, we can open the curtain, we can close the curtain. I took some images just at the wall, in the floor, and in the bathroom as well. So one area to use this is photography indoors. For me, as a wedding photographer, I see myself bringing this to a wedding. In the beginning, when the bride's getting ready, I bring this out and we take some images in the bathroom, in the floor. Where's the curtain? Open the curtain, close the curtain. And you see the light now. I mean, again, this is without the light. Let's just do it like this. And I can change the camera settings so you see myself better. But if I want a great quality of light, if I want the eyes to be pretty great quality, to see the eyes and not have shadows here, I need some light source from this direction. Otherwise my eyes would be dark and everything around me would be glowingly bright. If I had no light from this side, only from the back. So it's very handy to have some kind of light with you. And now the beauty of this compared to kind of a flash, I always have a flash with me on a wedding day and I use it a lot. I take probably 2,000 or 3,000 images just with the flash over the wedding. Then now the negative thing with the flash, you never see the image before that. And for those people who are not used to using flash, that might be a hindrance, that might be a problem to overcome, the insecurity of using it. So with the video light, right now I see myself with the flip out screen exactly. I see, am I kind of too bright? Am I maybe too dark? Where is the sweet spot? Here's the sweet spot. I see, is my whole face lit or are my eyes too dark? Am I just part in the light or am I totally in the light? So this I always see with the continuous light source and with the LCD on the camera. So it gives a lot of confidence using this. It's super easy to use because you see the result immediately. You even see the result without having a camera. Just put it on and look at the face of somebody and then you see it's well lit, it's well lit, it's well lit. Let's take some pictures. Even without a camera you can see the light on the face. So where do I see this product being used? Well, as I said, whenever I photograph indoors, which right now is photographing weddings, like the getting ready, but also, you know, at the venue, at the evening, I can see myself after the eating or in between the food, maybe before the dessert. I could say to the couple, just come with me just for 5-6 minutes. And I do this and then usually shoot outdoors. When the sun's coming down, I say, you know, it's a beautiful moment now. Let's just, before the dessert comes or the cake or the dancing begins, let's just take some more pictures, just us three. And I can see myself bringing this light and just finding any nice place in the venue. Maybe there's a nice background. Maybe there's a nice chair with a nice, a small space. It doesn't need to be a big wall, just a small area, and then take nice images there using this light and get great quality of light no matter how dark or bright the scenery is. If it's indoors, this will work beautifully fine. Now it doesn't work well outside because it has a cable and so there's electricity. That's not a great idea to combine this with outdoors when it's wet and rainy. And also the sun is so bright during the day that the light of this light is not strong enough. Continuous light is never strong enough to beat sunlight. Sunlight will always overpower this ring light. So when I bring this now outside on the balcony, for example, or the other balcony, you don't really see the light because the sun is so bright that it overpowers this ring light. So it's no use using it outside because of the cable and because of the power it has. But indoors is totally fine. You can close the curtain, you can have it open, and you can play with the environment that you're in. Now, for example, the only light there is the ring light. If I turn off the ring light, I'm pretty much in darkness. So this is how the room looks like, and this is how the room looks like with the ring light on. So it's a very huge difference, and I can turn this around, I can put this wherever I like, I can change positions. You see it, let me put it like this so you can see it actually. in terms of in terms of the size. Let's just turn this down. And I'm just like here. So we can use it beautifully for photography indoors, which for me is weddings, which for me is, you know, something like this, taking pictures at home, maybe with my son on my arm. I'm also now taking many pictures of couples who get pregnant, so we take pictures of them with the big tummy, where the baby is inside. And I don't want to do this outside now in winter. So I do it indoors, and I bring my flash with me. And it's much easier to bring a continuous light with me, and this ring light would work really well for this kind of photography, photographing a couple indoors, because with the baby coming, you don't want that to be outside in the winter, and right now February is pretty cold. So we take some pictures, the girl or the becoming mother just with the bra on and with some pants, but you see this area, and maybe the man also topless behind her, embracing her. And you get beautiful images if you have nice light. If you don't have nice light, and you photograph kind of like here, it's pretty dark, you can put the ISO up and you can get around it and you can get nice images, but there are situations where it's really nice when you have a light that you can control. And you don't have to always use the window lights, because that limits you to the places from where you can shoot. So what else do I use this for? Now I'm also photographing the becoming mothers. When the child is there, I often go there again and we take some pictures with the new baby. So again, photographing babies. I don't want to do this outdoors in winter. It's not a good idea with a baby outdoors. So we do it indoors, and I need some light to light the baby beautifully. And this ring light is an excellent tool to do this. Very easy because you see what you get. Another thing, that was the photography side. So there are many areas in photography where you can use this for. The other side where I see this shine is video. So you see me now filming myself. It's a very nice light to film yourself, whether it's for YouTube, whether it's to create video courses, video products, for whatever you do in your company, maybe when you have a company or you want to video or photograph products. You have a product, whatever that is, put it on a nice table and then put the ring light on it and then have a slider with the camera to slide through, and then you have the product beautifully lit, like a watch, whatever your product is. And so there's a big client base that I see for this kind of product, that are people that do much on the phone, like all the influencers and, you know, all the girls, for example, girls who don't necessarily like to spend much time on the computer. They don't like to go into editing. They don't like to use Photoshop as much as probably men do, or video editing software. The influencers in the beauty area, you know, all the girls that do makeup and hair and clothing and jewelry, all these girls, where there are a lot of, they want to be well lit, and they need tools that help them, and tools that help them do what they want to do easily, get videos with beautiful light easily. And the nice thing about this is that you actually have that you actually can put your phone here. That's a great thing. This ring light comes in the full package. You got the ring light, you got the tripod, so the light stand, so you don't need another tripod. You can control here the light, the color and the intensity. And you can also put your phone in here. So everything comes with the package. You don't have to buy any accessory to do this. And this way you can film yourself easily with the phone. You don't need to use a camera. You don't need to go to an editing program. You don't have to know about Adobe After Effects, Premiere, Lightroom, Photoshop. Put your phone here with the accessory that comes with the package, the holder that holds the phone. Then film yourself, put it instantly on Facebook Live or Instagram, your story, go with TikTok or Snapchat, whichever program you like. And this is where I see the shine, because it's a full package and you don't have to buy anything else to make it work. And especially for people who don't like to go over the computer. Now, I'm as a photographer, I'm always on the computer. I appreciate the computer more than the phone, because when you do a lot, it's way faster on the computer. If you edit 5 images, you can do that on the phone. But if you edit 500 images in a session, I don't want to do this on the phone, I do this on the computer. It's much faster for me. I can see a lot more, I can edit details, I can do stuff while I'm doing this, I can listen to audio tapes. And so I go with the computer, I'm traditional. Modern kids who grow up now, they probably don't want to use the computer, they want to be free. They don't want to sit in a room at a computer, they might be traveling. They are now at Starbucks doing some video that they just recorded and they edited on the fly that they might have just recorded before they left their house, and they use the ring light. So there's a huge variety of clients for this kind of product. It costs around 100 euros, and when you look around, there are many lights now, and the main negative, or the most contra point to this is it's limited to use indoors because of the cable. You can't use it outdoors, you can't bring it with you and have internal battery. There's no internal battery, so that's a limiting factor. That when I got the ring light, I thought I'm not going to like it because I can't use it outdoors. Now having used it a couple of times and played with it, I've realized there are many areas in which I actually can use this pretty well and get great results, whether it's making videos like this, whether it's photographing me and my son or my girlfriend here in the house, whether I bring it to a wedding, whether I bring it to a newborn photo shoot. There are many areas where I see this shine. It's very small, it's very easy to pack around somewhere. It doesn't need much space in your house. That's another great thing compared to the big soft boxes that you always have to build up, build down. When I'm going to a photo shoot, I appreciate simplicity. So just having one light stand and this one ring light, and I plug it somewhere in where I get electricity, and no other accessories that I have to build up. That's really important to me, to not have too much stuff to build up and rebuild again to put it in the car. That I value a lot when you do it a lot. Now, if you're somebody who does it just as a hobby and do it every once in a while, you get around with building up and undoing everything. If you do it once or twice a month, if you do it 10 times, 15 times a month, it's really annoying, this building up and putting back down, and then you miss the cable or you miss a piece of it and you can't get it really built up because something's missing. And so I really appreciate simplicity, and this is very simple. It's just the ring light, a light stand, and that's it. But when we look to the other companies, other products, for 100 euros you get other lights that you can use outdoors, where you have a battery kind of, where you don't have to use a cable. Not this big, not this huge, but there are options, and I have some of these lights that I can use outdoors, but they are smaller. They don't light as much as this because it's round and big, and I couldn't put my phone in or camera in. I can shoot through it. You know, I can just put it right in front of my camera. I can shoot through it, which is a really beautiful thing. And I can't do it with most of the other lights. Now the thing is, 100 euros I get lights cheaper, but here I get the light stand, I get the stuff to put on my phone into it, the holder for the phone, I get the remote control, so I can use an app to connect my phone, whichever it is, to the remote control, so I can take a selfie. Even if my phone doesn't have a selfie stick or remote control, I can do that with the remote control that comes with the ring light. So it's a full package, you don't need to buy any accessories, and for that I think 100 euros is a great deal. And the biggest downside is it has a cable, you can't use it outdoors. But for all the things that you can do indoors with it, I think it's a great deal. I really liked it a lot. It's super easy. I see it being used for people who don't necessarily are photographers, but more Instagrammers, influencers, content creators who work from home, who mainly use light source or daylight, sunlight, window light, but when it's dark you can't have that. And sometimes people record at night because there's no traffic, there are no sounds. from the outside coming in. There's no ambulance or police car running around. No one rings the door. No one's calling you on the phone. So there are reasons to film at night. And to film at night, you need light. This is the light, which works really well. And I thought I film myself with it, so you actually see how it looks like on film. I'm filming on the Canon EOS 6D Mark II with the Sigma 35 1.4 at f1.4. Auto white balance, and you've now seen how it looks like. Let me turn it off again. And here we are. Now I can turn the camera in kind of way that you see it also. So I could film myself like this. This would be, let me put the ISO just one up. Now this would be the alternative to film myself. But you see, it's very bright here. There's a nice light coming from the back, but my eyes are actually dark. The darkest part are my eyes, and you see it's not everything here is light coming from the window. So when I turn like this will be lit. But I can film myself like this, but it's not the best. I think it's not the best light that lights my face. So a great alternative is using an external light. For example, this ring light. So you've seen the photo shoot with Anna. I also did a couple of photo shoots just photographing myself using a remote control like this on the 6D Mark II. Also pushing the button, camera takes a picture. Same spots here at the wall, here with the curtain. So that was my review of the NEEWER ring light. The description is in the here. You see how the name is if you are looking to get into this. And yeah, thank you very much.